All right, guys, Bridget with Dreamy Creamy. I don't know why this says Fred on it, but it says Fred on it. Who knows? This is our Creamy Deluxe. This is a replacement for one that I had some issues with. Replaced it. It actually showed up from QVC without any of the pieces. So all I have is the base unit. So they sent me another one. I, of course, sent that base back. But we're going to open this up. And just like Ninja style, we're going to have a recipe or instructions on this card. This is our instruction book and also shows what we should have had in the package. And then a recipe book. Awesome. They always package everything well, which I love. I don't think I've ever received anything broken from them, which is great. Okay, I'm going to do that this way. Sorry, I was trying to pull that out. Okay, move that out of the way. Put that. Okay, let's get this bad boy. I'm going to move over here just a second so I get this out of the way. Okay, there we go. So that is our packaging. Here's our cord. We're going to move that out of the way. We're going to pull off this top layer of cardboard. And I'm going to move back over this way. We're going to unpackage all of this. So this one we have 4 of the 24-ounce containers, which is great. So let's get all those open first. Whoops, I lost a lid. I'll find that later. Y'all saw it. You know it's there. Okay. Let's pull the base unit and the other pieces out carefully. Don't want to drop anything. That would not be good. Again, I'm going to pass over here just to get rid of stuff. So... edit that later. Okay, let's pull this plastic off. Again, this has the suction seat on it, which I love. I'll edit that out. Let's get that Ninja box out of the way. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Now I'm all set. Okay, I should have picked up that lid while I was over there. But anyways, here's your Ninja Creamy 11-in-1. This is from QVC, like I said, so sometimes they have different bonuses. That was part of their deal, was the 4 24-ounce. You can't call them pints, guys, because they're not pints. 16 ounces are pints. But there's little extras in the cups themselves, so make sure you take a look at that. A couple of the cups have stuff in them. And then, again, you have your Velcro for your cord back there. And you've got your stickers that I said they always add. So press to begin processing. So that shows you that one. There's one up here for the with the QR code on it. And make sure you register your items with Ninja, because if there is a problem, they're really good at helping. And then to release this, push this button over here, turn it sideways like you saw me do. And then there is your base unit. Here's another sticker that shows you where the paddle position should be when you're using your Ninja Creamy Deluxe. All right, so let's go over this. So this is the outer lid. This is the inner cup, or your pint if you have the smaller ones, 24-ounce. I say just 24-ounce cup. And then this is your paddle. It's not really a blade, it's a paddle. This is not a blender, remember that. This shaves more than it blends. So take that out. It's very well made blade. And then here, pull straight back towards you to remove bowls. So when you're, this is called the outer bowl. So that's what they're saying right here. You can't remove it when it's turned, you'll mess it up. So just like that. I keep all my little stickers in case there is a problem. And then when we install the blade, let's go over that real quick. So to install the blade, or the paddle, sorry, paddle latch release right here, you slide this to the side. Now I find it easier to flip it over and pull the lever. So I'm pulling the lever over so I can get this in there and then release it. This should be in the halfway mark or close. See where it's almost right in the middle. And then the blade should move. You don't want your blade, people freak out and think the blade should be solid because it's not a blender and it's shaving. It needs to be able to move and get around your mixture, your frozen mixture. And then there's seals, of course. Make sure when you're cleaning it that you are pulling the seal out and cleaning it. And we'll do a cleaning video later. That's another whole thing. But when you're processing your Creami, so you make up your mixture, you freeze it in this. There are lines on it that tell you in Spanish or English. So this side is scoopable, this side is drinkable. So if you're doing a scoopable, you fill it up to here, and then you just spin it. You might have to spin it a couple times, respins. If you're adding add-ins, we'll go into that later when we do a recipe. And then on this side, this is your freeze fill line, and then your liquid. So if you're making like a milkshake, you would freeze up to here, and then before you mix it, you're going to pour in liquid in that extra part. These have notches on the bottom of them. The notches fit in just like that. Okay, so it locks it in place. And then your lid goes on and it locks in place. You'd plug your machine in. You would hit the power button. Slide this in. You'll slide it up. Do you hear it click and lock? And then you would hit, like, for if I'm doing a full one, I would hit full and then decide which one I'm doing. Ice cream, light ice, sorbet, gelato, frozen yogurts, Italian ice, milkshake, slushy, frozen drink, cappuccino, or cremacino, sorry. Okay, and then you just hit this button. So once you dial it, you'll see the light up. There'll be a little light at each of these. And pick the one you want. That's your drinkable side and your scoopable side. And then just push that. That'll start it. It's very loud, so be prepared for that. When it's done, and like I said, we'll get into that later. When it's done, you just push that button, remove it, push this button, slide that over, pull it out, and then you would, typically the first time you need to take a spatula and scrape around the edges, push it back down some, pop it back in there and do it again. If you're adding, maybe add a little liquid to it if you need to, even on the scoopable side. Just a lot of tricks you'll learn, but we'll get into those later. One more thing I did want to point out is when you freeze it, the Ninja brand ones, some of the knockoffs too, but when you freeze it, it freezes into these little slots, if you can see those. So what happens is, once you put it in here, that locks this inner bowl into the outer bowl. And then when you put this on and it starts spinning, your stuff stays still and the blade just spins, or the paddle just shaves it, basically. Otherwise, your stuff would start spinning in it, so just know that. But anyways, that's all your pieces. So we've got our outer bowl, outer lid, paddle, base unit. This is our cup, so 24-ounce cups with our lids. And with this unit, like I said, we ended up with 4 of them. So my other lid I dropped earlier, but you see, that's our Ninja Creami. So we'll be back later with some recipes and I'll show you how to use this. It's an awesome, awesome thing to have.